in these times where everybody is almost frustrated, where there is lot of chaos in terms inside you, because you're not going anywhere, you're not dealing with anyone. So you need to be busy in either physical or mental activities, or both, almost all the time. It is very difficult to be sitting in a place or staying in a place, not doing anything and being sane. So that's the whole aspect of it. And the last point also is also about that only, that keep your nerves calm by actually being busy, not being not busy or not being doing nothing. It's about doing something physically and mentally.
Because I would like to add something over here, that keeping our nerves calm is quite important, because most of the time, even if you will see the present scenario today, again we had the news that the trial of the vaccine has been stopped. So we are already in a situation where we do not know what is going to happen the next day. So in these situations, it is quite useful for us to keep ourselves calm, and of course that will also be counted as one of the qualities of the civil servants, right, sir? Because above
Yeah.
all, we need to stay calm in all the situations, no matter what. So this period can be used as a period for training, self training. Okay.
Okay.
So
Guys, any question, any input from you, anything, or we should go ahead? Let's go ahead, Maruti.
okay. So there are other things. So this is the one part of the COVID-19 that we have discussed. There are several other parts. Okay. So apart from this, next I will like to move ahead with the format, that what is there or what is required or what is missing. So most of the time, what I have faced or what I have seen, the basic problem of the students is that they somehow are not comfortable or not knowing of the reliable sources, right? So when they are not knowing of the reliable sources, what becomes important is that we should clarify them about the reliable sources, right? So most of the times students are not aware about the reliable sources कि हमको information लेनी कहाँ से है. And therefore I would like to highlight one of the things over here, and therefore I'm going to let's say share the screen that I have. Okay. So if you will see at this particular point, so we see what are the reliable sources. So most of the times, even in our groups, we keep on getting the queries about question papers, that from where we will get the questions, about the newspapers. And then there are several sites, okay, where students ask that, sir, refer to us some sites. Okay. Now there are certain myths surrounded to these that I want to clarify. Number one, whenever we talk of questions or previous year questions, the best site or any notification, the best site will of course be the official site. So that is upsc.gov.in. I will request all of the students to use this. Okay. So I will request all of the students to use this as a reference site in spite of just going to any other site. So this is the main source, primary source. This should be your primary source जहाँ से आपको information लेनी है, right? So whenever you are like seeking any kind of information, the primary source should be this particular site, which is the official site of UPSC. Next comes, sir, what kind of newspapers or what newspapers should we read? Should we read the summaries or should we read the complete newspaper? Right now, most of the time, people say that you should refer certain sites. However, we are not in the opinion, because in our interaction with the toppers also, and with those who have made through this competition, जिन्होंने भी competition qualify किया, जो toppers हैं, they will always suggest you that it is always much better to read the newspaper in the raw format. So we have two standard newspapers in English medium. We have the Hindu, of course, and then we have Indian Express. Right, reading newspapers will initially require time around, let's say, initially when you start, it might require 2 to 3 hours initially, but over time, so let's say after a month, it boils down to maximum of 1.5 hours. And I guess this is an investment that nobody or said nobody who is, let's say, preparing for civil services should skip. And even if you are not a aspirant, not preparing for UPSC or for any other exam, then also newspapers are an important part for us to know about the daily happenings of the world all around, and they almost most of the times portray a complete picture, right?
Okay, so just let me just give one more point here. How this time reduces from 2 to 3 hours to 1.5 hours is a process of first selection or rejection, that what news uh, any UPSC aspirant actually needs to read or needs to understand. That's one thing. Okay, so slowly you understand that what do I need to read and what I don't need to read. That's one thing. The other thing is your understanding increases as you go on preparation, as you will be studying Indian polity, as you will be studying Indian economy. आप जब ये सारी चीजें पढ़ते जाते हो तो आपकी समझदारी बढ़ती जाती है न्यूज के लिए, आपकी प्रोसेसिंग स्पीड बढ़ती जाती है. तो पहले आप क्या करते हो, सिलेक्शन और रिजेक्शन के बेसिस पे न्यूज को ड्रिल डाउन करना चालू करते हो, तो ऑटोमेटिकली आपकी जो टाइम है वो कम होता है. दूसरा, जब आपकी अंडरस्टैंडिंग बढ़ती है तो आप उसको एक पर्सपेक्टिव में डालने लग जाते हो, तब आपकी स्पीड और बहुत स्पेसिफिक हो जाती है कि हाँ मुझे ये न्यूज पढ़नी है और इसका ये तरीका होता है. एंड देन यू स्टार्ट स्किमिंग, जिसको हम स्किमिंग कहते हैं, कि आप किसी भी एक आर्टिकल या किसी भी एक न्यूज को बहुत फास्ट पढ़ने लग जाते हो, एंड यू स्टॉप जहां आपको लगता है कि ये चीज इंपॉर्टेंट है और ये चीज इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है. तो वो अंडरस्टैंडिंग इंक्रीज होने की वजह से आपका टाइम घटता है. इट्स नॉट अबाउट कि आपकी रीडिंग स्पीड बढ़ जाती है या ऐसा कुछ होता है. यू गाइज आर like in at graduate level, so it's not about that, it's about your understanding, and that's also about कि आप अपनी प्रिपरेशन में किस स्टेज पे जाते जा रहे हैं. ओके, सो प्लीज कंटिन्यू मार्ती.
Right. So that was one of the part. इसके अलावा there are certain other questions जो students keep on asking us, right? And therefore I will move to that part also. And when we talk about this, what we see is that the other part जिसमें students are often confused remains this कि sir, whenever we are reading something, okay, we are not finding कि we are not grasping it, right? एक जो दूसरा problem students के साथ आजकल आ रहा है and which is getting quite common is कि sir, whenever we are reading something we are not grasping it in the sense हम पढ़ते तो हैं लेकिन हम भूल जाते हैं, right? तो फिर ये भी एक common problem है. Sir, anything that you would like to add on this, how to improve this retainability, how to retain what we read?
Basically it's about having patience and having your trust in preparation and mentors. So grasping ability जो है वो धीरे धीरे आपकी इंक्रीज होती है जैसे जैसे आपके बेसिक्स क्लियर होते जाते हैं. तो you can't actually have the scenario इन अ फर्स्ट वीक कि आपने कोई इकोनॉमिक टाइम्स में कोई न्यूज पढ़ी या पॉलिटी से रिलेटेड, लेट्स से सेंटर स्टेट का रिलेशनशिप, करेंटली कश्मीर का इशू 370, या फिर केरला में जो भी सिनेरियो चल रहा है विद मिस्टर आरिफ मोहम्मद एंड ऑल. तो आप ये एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर सकते कि आप फर्स्ट वीक ऑफ योर क्लासेस और कमिंग आउट फ्रेश in your preparation you'll be able to understand the gist or context or any kind of analysis of it. So you need to have that patience to go into the preparation to have that understanding. Okay, and it comes gradually, but at the same time although it comes gradually कि वो धीरे धीरे आता है, but उसके साथ एक चीज ये भी है कि आप ऑटोमेटिकली अपने आप में ही इंप्रूवमेंट देखने लग जाएंगे. Within a week you will realize कि आपकी understanding बढ़ गई है. Within a month you will realize that now you have started having an opinion and analysis on issues. So you need to have some patience for some time and you need to understand कि आपके growth का level कैसा जा रहा है. So अगर आप self aware हैं या फिर आप अपने mentors से continuously contact में हैं तो you'll be able to have that grasp basically. Please continue, Marti.
Right. Now, you pointed it right, sir. Apart from this, there are other mistakes also that students do. And I guess you missed it because it's too common, right? So what happens actually when we start the preparation? So on the start, we go on with the list. So let's say you went on to find out the list of the books, right? So you selected, let's say, polity, or let's say you selected history. Now, even in Indian history, any of the sites will refer you that you should read NCRTs, then they will move ahead and then they will say that you should read a spectrum, and then they will move ahead and then they will say that you should read, let's say, three books. Specifically, we have book by Bipin Chandra, right? And so India after independence, or India's struggle for independence, and then we have other books also. Let's say we have by Shekhar Bandyopadhyay, right? So the famous book, so I'm just writing in the short form, Placi to Partition, right? So what happens usually is that when students start reading initially, they find these topics interesting. So अगर किसी को history में interest आ जाए, what he will do is he will read first NCERT, then he will see कि अच्छा बिपिन चंद्रा में कुछ नया लिखा है, so I should refer बिपिन चंद्रा also, and then he will find out कि Placi to Partition में you have certain let's say portions जो कि कहीं और cover नहीं किया गया. Let's say कि Bipin Chandra is not going to cover the topic which is from 57 to 1757 to 1857 wala topic, and then you have the perspective of let's say women and peasants, okay, or general perspective, right? So these are the perspectives that we see. So what we see is कि ये mentioned नहीं है, and therefore one of the issues that props up with the student is that they do not understand कि कितना पढ़ना है, how much to read and how much to leave, right? And therefore, one of the thumb rules that I always suggest students to follow is that read a book twice. Read a book twice, or let's say reading a book twice is more important than reading two books, right? Read a book twice. So what happens most of the time is what we do is we read NCERT once, we read a Spectrum once, we read Bipin Chandra once, and we read Shekhar Bandyopadhyay once. And this is not going to solve the problem. Rather, what you should have done is you should have read NCERT twice or thrice, right? And therefore, I will say that reading a book twice or thrice is more important than reading three books or four books, right? And therefore, this is the thumb rule that I will suggest to any students, that stick to your notes. The first thing that you should do is read a book or the topic twice or thrice. And then there is a technique that is often referred to in the scholars community, which is known as Feynman's techniques, right? And what is
Okay.
Feynman's technique saying? That how do you know what is the process of retention, right? So what is the exact process of retention? You first read a topic, you understand it. After you understand it, how do you know that how much you understood it, right? And for this, you need to explain it to someone. Now, explaining it to someone is not always possible, and therefore, what you should do is try to write it in your own words. The critical word over here is try to write it in your own words. Unless and until you do not do this, unless and until you cannot express your ideas or whatsoever you have read in your own words, they are not going to get imbibed into you, right? And therefore, answer writing becomes one of the most important aspect of this process, right? And most of the students keep on waiting for writing answers. Of course, they should wait for certain time. Let's say they should wait for a week. So once you are adept with the subject, कि आपके कुछ topics हो गए, you should start writing your answers. And whenever you are preparing your notes, you should try that you should use your own words. So these two methods, right? These two methods of using your own words, and then also let's say preparing your own notes along with answer writing, which is this part, is going to, let's say, help you all in this format. So this is the core: answer writing, your notes in your own words, and then reading a book more than twice or thrice. Once this is done, what should be the attempt after each and every notes? So let's say you made the notes of ancient culture. So let's say you were reading Buddhism. So you should refer after you have read this, after you have prepared your notes, you should leave certain blank pages in your notes to assign. So let's say there are some things which are common between Buddhism and the Gandhian philosophy. Then you should return to Buddhism and have a small note that it is also common to Gandhian philosophy. So you should keep on leaving certain page and keep on revisiting your notes back again and again, so that you can form that connection, right?
Meanwhile, whoever is a bit tech savvy, or whosoever is able to prepare notes in soft copy, that will be a very big asset, because you can edit it anytime, you can actually add it anytime. So notes prepared in soft copy format are much more relevant in today's time, because although everybody likes to read in a paper, we also like to do that, but in terms of editing and in terms of adding different information, it can be very easy. Yes, please go
Right.
ahead, Marty.
Okay, so this part which is about the preparation part. So let's have certain questions from our audience, right, from the students itself. So I'm going to end this share. Okay, so let's have the questions. We have Amudala, we have Tapas, we have Eddie. So all of you, any questions? Amudala, any questions? Just unmute yourself and ask. अगर कोई भी question है तो. Similarly, Tapas and Eddie. Okay, we have Nidhi. Nidhi has just joined.
Yeah. So can we go back to that share?
Yeah, sure. So this particular slide that we just shared, the whiteboard.
Yeah. Where you were writing something.
Yeah, 1 minute.
If you have not deleted that.
Right.
Yeah. So basically, let's drill down in terms of numbers here. कि हम बोल रहे हैं हम एक कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम का हिस्सा हैं, we're part of a competitive exams. तो जब आप read a book twice and thrice की बात करते हो, तो the concept of Feynman's technique and reading, understanding, answer writing, this is a process thing, okay? But just think about converting it into numbers, okay? This is a competitive examination where accuracy is needs to be at the highest level. So let's say कि आपने सिर्फ एनसीईआरटी और स्पेक्ट्रम पढ़ने का टाइम है और विपिन चंद्रा पढ़ने का टाइम नहीं है, ठीक है? So let's say कि हिस्ट्री से आपको 11 क्वेश्चन 12 क्वेश्चन आते हैं, 11-12 क्वेश्चन आते हैं, and you are able to actually solve out of that 5 to 6 questions from NCERT and Spectrum, because you have read it twice and thrice without any doubt or without having a danger or without having a risk of going into negative marking. But at the same time, अगर आप NCERT Spectrum के साथ साथ विपिन चंद्रा पढ़ते हो और आपने एक बार पढ़ी है and you are not sure and you are going for solving all 11 or 12 questions, then there is a problem. Because UPSC में जो options होते हैं, they are that close that you need to be very accurate in terms of choosing your answer. So again, when you are converting this strategy of reading a book twice or thrice or reading a note multiple times, ठीक है, I'll not just say twice and thrice. आपके जो notes हैं basics के polity, economy, geography के, वो आपको multiple times पढ़ने हैं. उसके पीछे reason ये है कि you need to achieve that accuracy within your knowledge, within your information space, so that कभी भी ये चाहे वो प्री का एग्जाम हो, मेंस हो या इंटरव्यू हो, आपकी accuracy bang on होनी चाहिए, which is actually required. Okay, and that also improves your confidence. Yes, Maruti, go ahead, please. Anyways, guys, in between, if you have any query, if you have any question, we are joined by Nidhi Gangotri. Okay, Tapas, Amudala, Eddie, if you guys have any question, just unmute yourself or write in the chat. Okay. Yes, go ahead, Maruti.
I'm just sending them a chat so that they can have this access in case somebody is not finding it. So you just need to reply to this particular chat. Okay, fine. So let's move back to our, yeah.
Anyways.
Okay.
Okay. So guys, you can actually unmute yourself and ask questions anytime you feel like. Okay. Ask any question. Whenever. Okay, go ahead, Marti.
So we have Nidhi, Amudala, Tapas, Eddie, and rest we are over here. We have one chat. Okay, that's from you. Okay, now let's move back to the slide that we had. Okay, the slide that we have already prepared. Okay, so this is the things that we needed to keep in mind. Okay, and then when having this, there is one more aspect that we need to pay focus to, that our offering. So let's move to our offering, right? That what are the things that we offer and how we can help you in your preparation, right? So shall we pick this up, sir? Because
Yeah, sure.
we haven't got any questions so far. So let's pick this up, and then we will see if any one of you is having the question. Just let me know. Okay, is this clear, sir? Can you see this? Is this slide visible?
No. You need to share the screen, right? Yeah.
It's working, right? So I'm going to annotate it, right? So we have the features, which is live interactive classes. So like the class, like this interaction that we are having, so we can talk, right? So our classes are in this format, so we can use this as a feature. So in at any point when the teacher is teaching, you can just pause him and ask your questions. That's I have mentioned, highlighted over here, that you can ask questions in real time, right?
It's
Then
as close to offline classes as possible for us. So that was the intention behind these kind of classes, where you actually can have a conversation with the student. It's about having that experience within given limitations.
right.
Yes, please go ahead.
Then I have mentioned it over here that relevant notes will be provided during the class, as it happens with any class, that during the class you will be taking your notes. So that will form one of the part of the notes. And then you will be having certain supplementary notes. Supplementary notes are those part of the notes which are not covered in the class, rather are not also that important, but may be important. And therefore we will be providing the supplementary notes also. Now these supplementary notes will be uploaded in the course. So I'll be showing you that what are the notes. I will be showing you one of the demos of the course, and then we'll proceed ahead. Next is answer writing, which we have already discussed that it is an important part. So you can upload your answers in the format of assignments. How you can do this? I will be giving you a demo. You can have a look. So I will be sharing the screen of the real-time website. You can have this, and then we'll be rechecking it. We'll be checking it, and we'll be giving you the feedback. Right? So that is one of the parts. Okay. So let's move to any queries from here. There are other features. Okay. There are other features, and I will highlight those two. Okay. Now, what are these other features? Let me move to this share slide once more. Then, then we have live tests, right? The feature of live test is there, in which is time bound, so at certain time will be there, and then questions will be multiple choice questions, and once anybody submits it, you will get the answers of it in the real time. So this I have mentioned it over here. Then you have daily list of important articles to be read from the Hindu and from the Indian Express, right? So we'll be providing you the list of the articles that you need to read, right? In spite of doing the homework for you, we will request you, we will guide you so that you do your own homework, or you do your own part and have a better grasp on your subjects, right? So how to do that? We will initially we will guide you through how to read newspapers, and then we will be sharing the list of important articles so that you can read it. So once you are done reading the important articles, on Saturdays and Sundays, on any of the day, we will have a weekly test. In this weekly test, we'll be asking questions from the Hindu and the Indian Express. So basically, it will be from those topics only which we have shared. And therefore, we'll be checking that what was your grasp, right? So this is intended to check your grasp on a topic, right? Anyways, I will show you how this will work, right? Okay, any queries so far? Anyone? So let's move to the actual website. Let me share the website. Are we ready, sir? Anything that you'd like to add, sir?
No,
None.
not this time.
So I'm going to start screen sharing of the slide itself. So this is our site. In this site, we have our courses. So it's navigating. Just 1 minute. Okay. So let's say you have taken a course. So this is members only course. So let's say we have Indian polity, and I have created a demo course. I will show you that. This is Indian polity demo course.
Maruti, I'm not able to see the screen which you have shared. It's not shared, I think. There is one query from Amudala Vasudeva, which is geography book.
Okay, let's
Yes, sir.
take that query then.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, Amudala, ask your questions.
I think you want to know what are the book, what is the book which should be referred for geography. Okay, so the scenario is we rely on basics. For that, we go back to NCERT class 8, 9, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Basically, class 10th, 11th, and 12th. Okay, for Indian physical geography and Indian human geography. That's the basic thing. So there are 3 books. One is of human geography, one is of physical geography, and one is of Indian physical geography. Okay, so there are 3 books for which we'll be giving you the list. Okay, but more importantly, for any course, either Indian polity, Indian economy, or geography or history, important thing is that giving you list of books is not the solution, because for any course or any subject to be prepared for UPSC, you need to process lot of books or lot of notes and a lot of things, and that's where we come in. Because if we just give you a list of books, you'll not be able to comprehend, or you'll not be able to actually understand the level of preparation which needs to be done. So what we do for any subject, we go through 6, 7, 8 books, and then we continuously keep reading different issues, different scenarios. So agar aap question paper pe jaate hain, once you go to question paper, you realize that none of the questions comes directly from the book, and most of the questions are not from basics. Okay, so it's about having that perspective where we simplify the work, जहां पे हम 8-9 किताबें पढ़ते हैं और उसके अकॉर्डिंग एक नोट्स बनाते हैं आपके लिए, और उसके हिसाब से आपको पढ़ाया जाता है. So any subject which needs a preparation of 1 year, let's say a single subject needs a preparation of 1 year, the time is reduced to 2 months by your mentors, by your teachers. So that's the basic scenario. That's the first thing. The second thing is bhatakna, jisko hum bhatkao bolte hain, roaming around. Okay, that should not be there in your preparation. It should be very tight, very strategic, and very planned. So for that, it's not just about list of books, but also about how to read it, and from where to start and where to end and where to go next. Okay, so that discussion related to subject will happen with the subject, our subject interactions. Okay, whenever we'll start a subject, we'll have an interaction. जैसे कल हम specifically Indian polity और Indian economy के बारे में बात करेंगे कि उन 2 subjects के लिए particularly क्या books चाहिए, क्या नहीं चाहिए, because we are starting a course from Tuesday for Indian polity and Indian economy. Similarly, जब भी हम geography start करेंगे तो हम एक detailed discussion geography के लिए रखेंगे. Okay, shall we go ahead? Anyways, Maruti has written basic books for you.
Yeah. So in case she requires the names of the book, she can go with either of these, class 11, 12th NCERT, 9, 10th NCERT, or GC Leong. Okay, but it is up to you how to supplement it, because you will also require atlas. You will also require a detailed discussion of the maps, right?
Okay.
She is asking decision making book. See, Amudala, you won't require anything for this. Right? Decision making के लिए आपको कोई book पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. Right? So decision making के जो questions हैं, the questions are from either from the ethics part or there are a few questions which is there in the paper too for prelims, right? But I do not
Yeah.
think इसके लिए कोई अलग से paper book पढ़ने की जरूरत है.
You need to actually have a comprehensive preparation for decision making process. It's not about reading a book. It's about knowing polity, knowing economy, knowing basics of governance, knowing rules and regulations and laws. So that's how actually you go into decision making. So it's not about a single book or single subject basically.
Right, और उसमें भी there are certain articles in the Hindu, in the Indian Express where case studies are dealt with. कि किसी particular incidents में if something is happening in a particular district, how the DM of that particular district undertook that and how a problem was solved. So you should go through those case studies and see how a particular civil servant or any official took the decision. Right, like recently we are seeing the tussle between India and Chinese part. And then we are seeing Jaishankar sir's active role in mitigating the conflict situation. So उस पर एक article आया हुआ है. Go and read that. That will help you understand how decisions are made, right?
Right. Also for geography, there are always some easy questions, at least one or two, which is very rare. It's like gem in UPSC paper, which is actually location based. So let's say कि अभी India China का scenario चल रहा है, conflict चल रहा है. There is a very high probability that you will be asked a location based question in that valley. ठीक है कि कहाँ पे कौन सा पास है, कहाँ पे कौन सी वैली है, कहाँ पे कौन सा पॉइंट है. इट इज हाईली लाइकली. सो इट्स ऑल्सो अबाउट अंडरस्टैंडिंग द परव्यू ऑफ द कॉन्सेप्ट कंटेक्स्ट कि अगर कोई एक बड़ा कॉन्फ्लिक्ट चल रहा है तो कहाँ पे चल रहा है. तो मैप इज द सिनेरियो अपनी जगह है, बट ज्योग्राफी एज अ होल हैज दिस टेंडेंसी to actually connect to the two. ठीक है. So it's not just about decision making but also about demography of that particular area or scenario or issue.
Right. So let's move ahead with the discussion that we are taking place, right? So Amudula, any other questions or from anyone else? किसी और का कोई question? Okay. So कोई question हो तो please at any point ask that. I'm going to show you the website that we have and how it works. Is this visible, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So when you look at this particular site, what we are seeing is, okay, this is the site that we have. Okay, let me reload it. There is some issue. Anyways, somehow it is taking time. My net connection might be slow. So let me use this. This is the course on Indian polity demo course, which we have created for demo purpose. So this is what your course will look like, right? So Indian polity demo course, we have the name over here.
Marty, are you able to see this?
I cannot see. Are you annotating it, sir?
Yeah. I'm sharing.
You are sharing your screen. Okay.
Yeah. Is it visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay, please go ahead. 1 second, okay? Guys, 1 second. Yes, Maruti, please go ahead, share your screen and
Right, okay.
explain from that.
So here we have this. Can we see? Is it visible?
Yeah.
Right. So here we have this course. Okay. So how we reached, we clicked on our course and we reached this. And then what we are seeing is that here we have the detailed discussion. Okay. So in the very first, you have the outline. So basically we have description. And in this, I have written over here that this is a free course and intends to provide you the first-hand experience of a course on our site. Okay. So here you have the discussion or a detailed description of the course. And then there will be a site which is curriculum. Okay. So once any student starts this, so I am already enrolled into this, and therefore it is asking me to continue, right? So if I start this, if I continue this, okay, it will take me to the point where I have left it, right? So where I have left this is this one. So what we are seeing is we have the key concepts. So we have what is politics, the first part that we have seen over here. Okay. So what you will see is in this key concepts, we have a video. Okay. So this video will be played. So this was basically a lecture series that I earlier took it. So I'm just going to play it for a minute. Right. So basically you can always have a backdrop of the classes that will be taking place. Right. So our classes will consist of video lectures. Then I will go back to this part. We have the assignment. In this assignment, this is the part where you will be seeing it as assignment. So let's say I have given one assignment, okay, and in this assignment you have the requirements over here. In this requirement you can see the questions, right? So what do you understand by the term politics? What are its attributes? So you can either type your answer over here, or you can write your answers, and then after you are done writing your answers, you can attach your file over here. So using this, I will attach a file. Okay. And if I attach a file and submit this, this will be submitted to the course coordinator. So let's say if I'm taking this course, it will be redirected to me. So your answers will be sent to me, and I will check back and I will report. So I will show you how it will be shown to you people, that I will see this, right? So what we are seeing is your answers, you can submit your answers from here, and then we will check back and it will be visible to you people. So it will be visible to students, right? So here, then after uploading, you need to click send assignment, right? So assignment will be uploaded. Then we have the third part which dealt with the tests. So how tests will be available. So let's say you have the test. So here I have just uploaded a simple test. Okay. So as soon as you start the quiz, the timer will start moving. Okay. And then you will read the question, you will attempt it. So questions can be of all the types. You can have true false questions, then you can also have questions related to multiple choice questions, right, and so on, right? And once you submit this, so let me submit any random answers and then see what happens. So what I'm going to do is submit any random answers. Okay, once I'm done with this, I will just submit. So here I need to type something. Okay, anyways, let me submit this. As you submit the test, your results are shown. Okay, and then you
In
can
real time.
say click on show answers, and then it will show you the answers, right? So it started, it showed you the answer. So if I have mentioned the description, it will also show you the explanation behind that, but I haven't added it over here. Okay, so these are the functionalities, how it will work, right? So in this section, there will be a section for live classes where you can find the links. Okay, so link for let's say upcoming 7 days will always be there, where you can find the links and then join that particular class, right? Then each and every day you will have certain answers, assignments that will be uploaded. So you will have one section for assignments, one section for live classes, one section for tests, and then you can go into relevant section and do whatsoever you intend to do. If you intend to attend the live class, you can attend the live class, and so on, right? Is this clear? And then we have one section, okay, which deals with the topics that we have. Okay, now you will see there are certain articles which are not available to all the students, right? What you can find over here is, here you can see only one of the articles. Okay, now this is visible because it is available for any free member. However, if you are a member, okay, this will expand itself and you will get all those articles which are for registered students also, right? So there are certain articles which are only for the students, which are free, and then there are certain articles which are exclusively for the students, for our students who are registered on our site. So I do hope you must be having a fairly good enough picture of what is there. Okay, and then students often ask, sir, what about purchasing of the course? So we have two kind of things that you can do to get a course. Number one is you can go and then purchase the course as per monthly subscription. In monthly subscription, what you will get is, as soon as you subscribe a course, so let's say if you're taking a course on UPSC, okay, and you let's say purchase it for 3 months or for 6 months or even for a year. So as soon as you will purchase it for the year, all the courses that are under that category will be opened. Okay, and then you can have access to all the courses that are for UPSC, including tests, including special articles, including answer writing series, and then including the live classes of course. Right. Similarly, there are certain students who will say, you know, sir, I just want to take, let's say, a course on Indian polity. And if they find that the course on Indian polity costs 6,000, what they can do is they can buy that course from here. So they can go over here, enter the amount. So let's say if it is of 8,000 or 6,000, just enter the amount, fill in your details. After you have filled your details, choose your relevant category, which will be UPSC CSC for you people, and then the name of the course. So you will just enter the Indian polity course, and then you will proceed. So I will just enter any of the things over here, so that as soon as you will proceed, it will be taken to your payment gateway. As the payment will be reflected to us, we will pay it. We will just enroll you in that particular course, right? So either you can go with the complete subscription for a course, or you can go with any individual course. Okay, that's all. Okay, any queries so far?
So we'll be able to explain it properly to anybody whosoever will be having any doubt related to this. And today we'll be closing this session. Tomorrow we'll be specifically discussing on Indian polity and Indian economy. Okay, so how to start preparation, where to go from where, and what are the things, what are the changes, and what are the commitments you as a student needs to do actually. Okay, so tomorrow discussion will be focused on mainly Indian polity, a bit on Indian economy, because Indian economy course will start later in the week, but Indian polity will start from Tuesday itself. Okay. So if there's any query, just ask us, or we'll meet tomorrow again at 2. Okay. Tomorrow the session will be a bit longer, I expect, because I expect some of the students to come up with some questions, and we'll be having a bit detailed discussion on a particular subject and how it fits into the whole puzzle of UPSC CSE preparation, plus how to start and what to do in that particular course, and we have actually seen the services, what are the services which will be provided by us today. Tomorrow we'll be discussing it in context with Indian polity. तो कल हम particularly Indian polity से related उन services के बारे में भी बात करेंगे और Indian polity as a course की भी बात करेंगे. Okay, Maruti?
Right. So that's all. If there is any query, Amudala and Eddie, you can ask. Okay. Or if any suggestions are there, even that is welcome. Anything?
Okay then.
Okay. So I guess no queries. So shall we end the session? Okay. So let me end this session. See you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Where we'll be talking in detail about our courses, upcoming courses. So how to prepare for Indian polity, and then a bit about how to prepare about on Indian economics. We will see how we can move ahead. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm ending this session for the day. Have a nice day. Take care.